pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
Follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's special presentation of the TMP IROC series live here on JTN. We're so glad you're joining us here tonight as we head to the Texas World Speedway for race number 4 of 4 for the TMP Racing Series is IROC, TMP IROC. TMP IROC. Say that fast. Here tonight for 50 laps around the 2-mile Texas World Speedway. You see our AutoSim 2 race preview on your screens. AutoSim 2 now available on Steam for $9.99. 50 laps, 2 miles. We're going to decide a champion here tonight. A tight points battle at the top. It's going to be a great one here. Pit stops, they're not needed. These drivers are just going to go for 50 laps, try to save the tires. It's going to be a real test of will and man and machine here tonight to make sure that you can go all 50 laps on your set of tires. Let's go ahead and head on over because qualifying has concluded, but no qualifying here tonight. Field set. Irv Johnston filling in for Daryl Johnston. Going to start on pole in the number 12, 21 points back of the lead of the points lead with Tom Goodman to his outside in the number 11. Row 2 tonight is the Rubino brothers with Dan in the number 10, the green car there, and the lavender colored machine of Steve Rubino there in 4th outside row 2. Row 3 tonight is going to be the number 8 of Josh 2 and the number 7 of Brian Baswinger. 17 and 14 points back of the points lead coming into this race, respectively. Row 4 tonight, as we get into the drivers towards the top of the points. Jordan in the number 6 and the 5 of Roger Nebelsack. Lime green and white there for those race cars. Back here in row 5, it's Rod Weston 7 points back of the points lead, and now it gets really tight at the top. Tom Musa in that purple number 3, only 2 points back, starting outside of the second to final row. And rounding out your field tonight, Jeff Goodpaster, the only driver representing fast in that powder blue car, and Rich Napick, our points leader in the Menards yellow vehicle here tonight, your points leader. That's your starting lineup here tonight from Texas World as the field will roll off. 50 laps here for these Pontiacs. It's going to be a great night of racing action. We're so glad you're joining us here tonight. Again, it is Johnston and Goodman on row 1. Dan Rubino in that dark green car inside row 2 with that bright magenta number 9 of Steve Rubino to his outside. Josh 2 and Brian B. They're in row number 3. Jordan Nebelsack, row 4. Row 5 is Weston and Musa. And then rounding out your field again, the top 2 in the points, Goodpaster and Napick. Field of 12 invite-only drivers here tonight. We're going to have a good one. Leave a like, leave a comment, say hello if you haven't already. See Barbara out there. Hello, hello. You're out there watching. Tell us who you're cheering for. She's of course cheering on the Dan and Steve there in row number 2 to start this race. Field makes their way through turns 3 and 4. Again, the final race of the year. 100 miles, 50 laps to decide a champion, to decide a final race winner. Boy, oh boy, here we go. As the pace car is in, Johnston with control. Green flag, we're racing here from the Texas World Speedway. Already see a couple cars, one down on the apron. That's the number 6 of Dick Jordan. He gets back going, but going to lose a lot of time and might lose the draft here. Pole sitter Johnston out to a lead, but here comes Dan Rubino in the number 10. Danny not afraid to push the tires early. He makes the pass. He takes over the race lead. Now, folks, it will be the waiting game. How hard do you push your tires? You don't have to pit. You definitely don't want to pit. Everyone playing nice right now. Bino in the race lead. Johnston running that middle line. Bino all the way down there on the bottom. Battle for the race lead, though. There goes the 12. He slingshots on by Bino through turns 3 and 4. Johnston back to the point here. Going to lead his first lap of the race. An update on our championship battle. Got Weston here in the 4. He's the highest up of the drivers that have a, let's call it, very realistic opportunity of winning a championship. But points leader Rich Napick there in the 1 continues to climb up through the field in that Menard's yellow Pontiac. Making a move to the inside. Going to get a 2 for 1 that time through turns 1 and 2. Gets ahead of Josh 2 and Rod Weston. Good pass. They're going to try to follow him through there in that powdered blue car. Napick going on by Goodman there in the 11 now. That bright red car going to try to get in line. He's going to go around here down the front straightaway. More contact there with the 4 of Weston. Weston in the grass. So is Josh 2. Caution going to be out here for the first time tonight. Lap 6 of 50. Incident there off of turn number 4. Get a replay of what took place. It was Goodman trying to get back in line here. Looks like he lets off the throttle. You see exhaust. Flames coming out of the exhaust. Got out of the throttle trying to get in line and collects Weston. It doesn't appears to be no harm, no foul here for these drivers. Herb Johnston out in front. We talked about it. 4th race of this championship here tonight. The only one live here on JTN. So let's take you back through summaries, courtesy of the guys here at TMP, of the first 3 races. First one was at Trenton. 1.5 mile kidney bean racetrack. You know it, you love it. After a bit of a rocky start with a couple of early incidents that eliminated Steve Rubino, Roger Neville second, Dan Rubino in separate accidents, the race settled into a good groove out in Trenton, and as suspected, became a game of tire wear, which is something we expect to see here tonight. Jeff Goodpaster and Rich Knappich were the rabbits for most of the race, and as their tires wore, Tom Musa was able to reel in the leaders and make a late run, coming up just short at the finish. Goodpaster taking home the checkered flag in race number 1. Tom Musa, Rich Knappich, Dick Jordan, and Brian Bieswinger. That was your top 5 in race number 1. Then we went to SMO Speedway on June 5th, around that 1.77 mile racetrack. Clean start, caught many drivers off guard. A lot of drivers expecting some of the calamity they saw in week 1. And that race went green from start to finish. So tire management, again, very, 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 very big. Some drivers, though, overdid it, got themselves in too large of a hole. As we're getting ready to go back green, we'll take you through the rest of those races. Green flag back out. Herb Johnston with the race lead. I got caught napping, folks. Washington. Oh, Johnston into the wall there right in front of the field. That's going to allow Bino to have a run here down the back straightaway. Also see Rich Knappich trying to make a pass on the 7 of Bieswinger. Knappich now through to 3rd. Those Menards colors are fast. He's going to look for 2nd here down the front straightaway. He takes it. Goodpaster now up into 4th. Again, he's 1 point back of the lead. Most laps led get you 5. Second most get you 3. Third most get you 2. Bonus points, that is. And the race winner gets 4 more points than second place. Rich Knappich gonna go to the points lead, or the race lead, rather. He's still got the points lead, and he'll have it if he finishes just like this. Dan and Steve Rubino there holding on to second and third. Top 6 have kind of broken away from the second half 6. The other 6? It's like the 11 car. Goodman down pit lane. Dick Jordan there in that lime green car. Swerving a little bit. Tom Musa there in the 3. Magenta. With Pastor going on through. Moves up into 4th. Herb Johnston going to look to take back 5th. The inside of Brian B. He does it. And again, folks, don't really know where we sit with these tires just yet. You have to think that these guys, these top 3 right now, really pushing the issue, especially Danny and Steve right now, running there down on the bottom. That always kind of sets you up for a little bit of failure. Now the points leader continues to lead the way here at the Texas World Speedway. Mayswanger and Johnston really your only battle on track right now. That one starts to subside. Big, wide racetrack, folks. Let's these drivers kind of run their own race right now. I think everyone's just racing the track, racing their tires. Conserving. With Steve Rubino to the inside of Bino. Here comes Bino to the inside. Battle for the race lead here down the front straightaway. That 10 car. Dark green car going to take the top spot. So Bino back to the point here. He had been working that bottom lane. Now moves to the middle. Has to lift a little bit there through the center of the corner. Here comes the 1. Championship leader there. Napick gets back in line. Now going to make a dive to the inside here into turn 3. So hard not to try to make a pass for the lead. He's going to go ahead and clear Bino there off of turn number 4. So Napick loses the lead for a lap, takes it right back. Points leader back to the top spot. Coming up on Goodman there in the 11, that red car. Again, all the battles on track have subsided. Just the brothers right now going at it for second. Here comes the 2 outside of Steve Rubino as Bino In that 10 car on the outside, gonna have some help from that too. Good pass. They're looking to make it 3 wide for a second. They're 3 wide with the lap car there on the bottom. And Steve Rubino goes through into the second spot as Goodpaster looks to take away third, and he does. And now the 2 of Goodpaster has decided it is time to go. See where these drivers have elected to flip the switch. Now looking to the bottom of the 2. This is for the 3rd spot. See, Rubino's now starting to look to the inside of Napick for the lead. See, Goodpaster looked to go low, went back high. Gonna go ahead and push this 9. Lavender car down the front straightaway. Steve Rubino gonna be clear, and he'll take the top spot down the back straightaway. Coming up on halfway in this one, here from the Texas World Speedway. It's Goodpaster now looks to the inside, heading down into turn 1. Goodpaster, Rubino side by side. 2 car takes over the race lead. Now we might be getting into the cycle, folks. Top 5 are free and clear of the rest of the field. Further on back, lime green car, that's Jordan, with some help from Musa and that magenta number 3. They get on by Johnston, our pole sitter here tonight. As again, the lead going to get swapped at the line. Steve Rubino takes back the top spot with help from Bino in the 10. And it's going to be very interesting. We heard 4 to 5 seconds of fall off over the course of a run. These drivers that are out there in that second pack, they're going to have to start picking up the pace, though. They are really far back right now with only 25 laps to go. Steve Rubino pulls out a line that allows the 2. A Goodpaster to get to the inside and make the pass for the lead. So Steve falls back to 3rd. Bino is now in 2nd. Goodpaster out in front. Napick's sitting there in 4th, maybe saving the tires now a little bit. Knowing that there's over 20 laps left here, over 40 miles. The draft might play a critical factor in this race tonight. Napick and Goodpaster, though, they are the ones that are firmly in the battle for this championship. Welcome in, Ann. Hope you're having a good Wednesday night. Took me a second. Been one of those weeks. You know, again, this 10 has been, he's been running good laps. Don't know if that's a good thing just yet, though. Car on the wall, that's Steve Rubino. Allows the 7 to go on by. We're just over halfway here. Would like to remind you folks at home of some upcoming races we got going on here on JTF. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action tomorrow from Kentucky, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's cancer-free 400 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway with our friends over at Hobo Racing, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the Fuel Racing League heads to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway 1 week from tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races and much, much more, all going to be live right here only on JTN. Goodpaster has started to pull away from the rest of the top 5. Steve Rubino looks to be in a world of hurt. That lavender-colored Pontiac. He has lost a massive amount of time. Roger Nebelsack, Tom Musa, they've been pretty obviously conserving their tires, conserving their stuff. Same thing with this second pack. Back here, Johnston, Jordan, and Weston. And there's Josh, too. Back at you, Ann. Hoping for all the best. Missed it. Napick just falling back now. This might give Goodpaster a pretty good opportunity. See Bino into the wall there. Some contact from the 7. Folks, the tires are gone. The tires are gone. Goodman a lap down there in the 11, that red car. I think he's just going to drive by all these guys. The tires are gone. Don't know where they went, but they're gone. They're definitely gone now. Swinger there in the number 7. Moves up into second. An orange car, we'll call it. Dark yellow. Rich Nafik's trying to save big money, but he's also trying to save his championship hopes right now. As the guy that was trailing him by a single point coming into this race, Jeff Goodpaster, out in front of the field, has a healthy lead over second place. Brian B. And this is where Nebelsek and Musa, who have been saving their stuff this entire race, they are hoping they can catch these guys and catch them quick. It's always a balancing act, too. I mean, running your stuff too hard and not running it hard enough to where the guys that are running at that right level get too large of a lead, and that might be what we're seeing here with the number 2. He might just have a big enough lead to make it to the end of this race, even with the fall off that he's going to start seeing here, because this car should start falling off a cliff eventually, you would think. So he's building a lead right now over second place. Tom Musa has gone by Roger Nebelsek for the 6th spot. And try to catch Steve Rubino here. And Roger kind of drafting together. These other guys are by themselves. They might need some help, though. I don't think they're going to be able to get to the 2. Almost half a lap. Leader of the guys that have saved their stuff. Now coming up on some lap traffic. Musa made quick work of Steve Rubino once he got there. Now going to try to go by the points leader, Rich Napick. Swings to the inside in that magenta number 3. And Musa was 2 points back of the lead. Looks like he's going to be able to pass the 1 in the points. Again, it's going to be a tough task to get to the 2. Jeff Goodpasser has put on a phenomenal showing here in this 2 car. Powder blue Menards TMP Racing Pontiac. Of course, displaying the wide variety of PPG paints that you can buy at Menards. PPG Paints or Menards wants to reach out, please do so. 9 laps to go now. Again, Musa and Nebelsek, I don't think they don't have enough time unless something catastrophic happens. And the pace they're running just is not quick enough right now to make a notable headway. Aaron Rubino in danger of losing his podium spot here. We'll watch this as here comes Musa and Nebelsack. Welcome in, dog. Heard you're doing well. Happy to see you in chat. Just cheering on Tom Musa. Oh no, Tom got he got trapped. Oh my goodness. He got trapped behind the lap car. And that allows Roger Nebelsack to go on through for third. Welcome in, Spring Guy. Coming down to the end of this one. Jeff Goodpaster in the number 2. Just 5 laps to seal away the final win of the year. To seal away a championship. He won the first race. He's looking to bookend it with a victory in the last. Yeah, Will, it's only me. Bristol's here, though. Jeff Goodpaster, hold on for 3 more laps here in the number 2. Battle for third, still raging on. Tom Musa going to try to take back the spot. He does. Gets around Roger Nebelsack there in the number 5. That white car. Musa now way up the track here. These cars are becoming a handful in the late stages of this race. We'll keep our eyes here on the battle for third till we get to the white flag. Nebelsack up the track, a little too hot on corner entry. Going to try to carry some momentum there through the outside lane. See if he can make one more run here. Tom Musa knows he just has to run a consistent line. You see the 12 car in the 2. Side by side, Goodpaster are going to go ahead and put Johnston a lap down. As Nebelsack continues to try to get back by Tom Musa, but he's losing ground and he's losing it quickly. Back out in front off of turn number 4, Jeff Goodpaster is going to see the white flag displayed. 1 lap to go here from the Texas World Speedway, presented by Death Craver, now available for your reading pleasures on Amazon. He won the first race. He's looking to seal the deal here for a race victory, but also a championship as he takes his car down the back straightaway for the final time. It's an invitational. It's a race of champions. And tonight, Jeff Goodpaster going to prove himself to be the best of the best off of turn number 4. Jeff Goodpaster will win here at Texas World, and he is your series champion. Ryan Beeswinger going to come off of turn number 4. He'll go ahead and take home the 2nd position, and Tom Musa with the tire saving will bring home the number 3 aptly in 3rd. I think that'll get Tom 2nd in the points as well. Napick, I believe, still going to be able to take home 3rd in the points. A tumultuous night for the number 1. Menard's yellow car. Here comes Goodpaster down into victory lane. He's your winner here tonight from the Texas World Speedway. Got to be careful not to go too fast here. There we go. Oh, you can. Oh, look at that. Majestic. Come on, do some burnouts up there. Ew. He's in the stage, folks. He is in the stage. He's got to get the good photo, though. Oh, no! Oh, no! He fell off the stage. Well. Ugh. Folks, we'll move on to our post-race coverage. We'll talk with our top 3 finishers here tonight. Get results on your screens. Again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN here this evening. If you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. We also encourage you to check out TMP Racing Facebook page as well as their website. We have both of those linked down in the video description below. All right. Let's go ahead and head on down into Victory Lane, or at least somewhere near Victory Lane, and talk with the driver of the number 2. He's your series champion. He's your race winner here tonight, Jeff Goodpaster. Jeff, you got a copy.
All ears, Joe.
Well, howdy, hey ho. How'd you do that tonight? That was a pretty good little showing from you and this 2 crew.
I just played the little tire strategy at the beginning of the race and just kind of use the drive to my advantage and not push it. And then once it came to 30 to go, I said, okay, let's go.
Now, obviously, you bookend this year. You win the first race, you win the last race. That first race, though, it was a lot of... That one came down to tire management. But in that race, maybe a little more aggressive with using the stuff up. Why the more conservative approach tonight?
Because during practice, I realized how bad the tire wear was after 20 laps. So I was like, okay, for first game, I'm going to take it slow.
Was it more of a, like did the car kind of lap times fall off a cliff, or could you kind of feel it start to go away?
After about 10 to 15 to 20 laps, I can feel it to go away. But with me saving the tires, I was able to pull out far enough to where I can manage it.
Well, and Jeff, obviously, you lead the most laps here tonight, too, so you max points this evening. How good does it feel to win this championship? It's 4-race series, but it's the best of the best, multiple leagues represented and whatnot. How good does it feel to win this race and win this championship on top of that?
So for one, this is my first ever championship on NR. So this is actually a confidence booster that I really, really needed. And it'll help me go on for like fast and everywhere else where I go. It'll help me with more confidence.
Well, confidence in abundance here after the title and the race win tonight, Jeff. Congratulations on it. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. We know you got some great supporters behind you. The floor is yours.
I want to give a quick shout out to Roger and P for inviting me out to do this, and can't wait to come back and do it again. And I want to thank my wife. She's been a real supporter of me since the get-go, and I'm just happy to be doing this, and can't wait to go win another one.
Well, Jeff, we're looking forward to it, man. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the championship. Pleasure getting the opportunity to talk with you. Hope we're talking with you again soon. And again, can't thank you enough for your time.
Thanks, Joe. Oh, and by the way, Joven, I got it.
Jeff Goodpaster, driver of the number 2, your race winner and your champion here tonight at the Texas World Speedway. Let's go ahead and head down onto the grid and talk with our second place finisher next, driver of the 7, Brian Baswinger. Brian, you got a copy?
I do, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Pretty good, considering the good race tonight and my first podium since I've been racing with these guys, so I'm pretty happy about it.
What went into tonight that maybe made it that maiden voyage up onto the podium for you?
Well, this whole series has been about managing your tires and not using them up early and having something for the end. So that was really what it was about tonight, and I felt like these races, it's key to stay in the draft and and not lead or not be by yourself, because you'll use up your tires and or fuel, if that's a problem too, much faster. So just kind of sitting back, and Jeff just did a better job than I did tonight.
How tough is it to kind of gauge what is the right level of conservation of the tires? Especially since it's a sprint race. It's only 100 miles, 50 laps here tonight. How tough is it to kind of gauge exactly how much you need to save?
It's actually really tough, because I feel like the key, and I think guys that were further back, if you lose that front draft, it's going to be really hard for you to make up any time later. Yeah, that's really about it. You want to push, but you don't want to push too hard.
And tonight, I mean, you mentioned it in the open, but want to highlight it one more time. First podium and whatnot. What does that mean, and how does this kind of help propel you going into series down the line to not only boost your confidence, but also kind of boost your resolve maybe in some of those nights where things don't go your way?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it does boost the confidence, and I think I've been doing this, with these guys for a couple of series, 2 or 3 series now. Roger got me involved, and just more confidence means I can be more aggressive and more competitive with the guys. And at first, I just was trying to not get in people's way, but now it's like, hey, I can drive, and I'm just gonna do the best I can, and just keep pushing forward.
Well, love to hear it, Brian. Keep pushing forward. Keep doing you, man. Congratulations on the podium here tonight. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. Know you got some great folks behind you. Floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate you with the race tonight. And I just really like to thank TMP, Roger, Tom, all the guys that we race with. They've been great for me as I've been kind of learning the online racing world. And it just makes me want to keep going further and further, and just enjoy it a lot. So I really like to thank those guys, because that's how it's got me going the last 9 months or so. So I appreciate it.
Well, Brian, we appreciate you taking some time to talk with us after this race. Congratulations on the second place run here tonight. Pleasure getting the opportunity to talk with you. Hope we're talking with you again soon. And again, cannot thank you enough for your time this evening. Congratulations.
Thanks, Joe. Have a good evening.
Brian V. Swinger, driver of the number 7 here tonight. He's your second place finisher from Texas World. Let's go ahead and finally talk with our third place finisher, Tom Musa. Tom, you got a copy?
I do, Joe.
Did you save the tires a little too much? That's the elephant in the room, I gotta ask.
I did a lot of testing this week, and I don't know how Jeff stayed up front like that, because I lost. If I went really hard, I'd lose 5 seconds from start to finish in the run. And he just kept pulling away. Me and Roger were saving, and he just kept pulling away, which was amazing.
I mean, it was fun watching you and Roger kind of come up through the field there in those last, 15, 20 laps or so. One pretty tricky moment there where you were trying to go by Bino, had a lapped car. I believe it was, forget who it was. It was the lime green car of, oh man, I closed my sheet. But anyways, really tough moment there for you. How much were you screaming on the radio? 1, and 2, how were you able to regroup and get back by Roger there in the closing laps?
I still had green tires. I know Roger had 2 yellows on the front, so I just did my time. And yeah, it was a little hairy, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh, come on. You were screaming on that radio, right?
I was maybe screaming to Roger.
Okay, fair enough. Tom, obviously, there's a lot of things at play here at TMP and whatnot. And just before we get into the fun, thank all your sponsors, thank all your friends and family and stuff. Want to get your thoughts on what this series, 4-race, quick little filler series here between, call them maybe major series throughout the year between the winter and then the summer leagues. But what is your takeaway from the driver's seat and then from the admin chair?
I think Roger came up with this idea, and it was fantastic just because you have to manage your tires. The fuel was just enough to make it for the length of the races we had. And if, like in the first 3 races, if you went balls out to the wall the first half of the race, you were terrible. I mean, Jeff in the second and third race, he led most of the stuff, but he was almost a lap down on those 2 races just because he burned them up. But he learned for this one.
Well, Tom, again, fantastic job here tonight. Congratulations on the third. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. I believe second in the points too, so I don't want to leave that out. But
it looks pretty close, yeah.
But
what does that get you? First loser. Come on.
Well, hey. But before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Again, great folks behind you. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Roger coming up with the idea. Of course, the wife for letting me do this stuff every night. I put a lot of time down here. And hopefully a lot of people came out, and I was very happy that we were able to get 12 guys for all 4 races. Showed up, no problem, which means I hope TMP is starting to get its legs under it, not like beginning of last year. And I hope we got a good thing going, because this spring, summer, fall, and winters, we got some big stuff coming up, which Roger will talk to you about.
Fair enough. Well, Tom, again, congratulations on the podium here tonight. Always a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk with you. Can't thank you enough for your time as always. And looking forward to see what's to come here at TMP. Congratulations. Thanks for talking with us. It's Tom Musa. He's the driver of the number 3 here this evening. Also one of your lead admins here at TMP. Let's go ahead and head on over to the other admin seat and talk with the guy that was driving the number 5 tonight. He finishes 4th, Roger Nebelsack. Roger, you got a copy.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Tired?
Worn out, yeah.
After 100 miles, 50
tough.
laps, you're worn out? What?
Yeah. Because I was stressing so much. I'm like, why am I losing all this time? I should be catching them. What's going on? What am I doing wrong? That sort of thing.
Well, one question before we get to the admin stuff about the race tonight. How difficult, I don't know if you caught some of our other interviews, but obviously the focus with this series was to make it about kind of saving your stuff, working your stuff, whatever kind of verbiage you want to use. How difficult was that tonight at a track like Texas World that is notorious for being hard on tires, but also a track that is super fast?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out either. So it was, the whole series was just about how you can manage it and your decision making and those in managing those tires. And that was why I wanted to just run this or something different, because we're all used to the shorter races and just going in to get pit, I took 3 laps of tires and slid sideways in 3 and 4, and I'll go change tires. So we actually had to have you think about it a little bit, so that that was really cool. So it was a great change of pace, and I hope all the guys enjoyed it. It sounded like they did.
Well, it was definitely fun for tonight when we got to watch and reading through all the stories from the first 3 races. But let's go ahead and turn our attention to the future, because this is what everyone wants to hear about. Obviously, got summer series coming up, truck series coming up after that, winter series. Tell me more about what plans are here for the 2024-2025 season here at TMP.
Yeah. So as you led into, we're starting July 10th, so we got a couple of weeks. So the entries are open. So we're gonna start off, and I have to thank Josh Chu a lot for this, Eggman, because he was like, man, I had so much fun. I was like, I hate that you're going to be waiting a couple of months before we go race. And I said, all right, let's see what we can do. So we kept the 3 series concept like we've done in the past, and you're familiar with if you've seen any of our prior broadcasts on JTN. But we're just going to put them all together this time. So as you said, first session of 10 races, and we're going to run it much like we did the Winter Cup series back in the winter. We're going to run 10 races, and then we'll take a week or two off, and then we're going to switch and we're going to run the original Craftsman truck mod, the PWF mod, for 10 races and hit some classic tracks that the truck series is known for. I think like Mesa Marin is on there as an example. And then finally take a couple more weeks off because the holidays is right around that time. And then the beginning of the year, we're going to hop into the Aero 88 cars again for the next edition of the Winter Cup Series. And then I'll break it here because we haven't said this in publicly or not, but then the last 4 races of the season after the Aero 88 comes to an end, we're going to run these same IROC cars and have a 4-race playoff. And there will be a lot more information coming about that soon because I'm not going to waste everybody's time about that right now. 4-race playoff to decide the champion, and there will also be kind of like a wild card spot in it. So we're going to have, we'll get down to that final race, that elimination. There's going to be three guys left, and then a wild card. And if you want to know more how that works, then come visit TMP on social and the website, and we'll tell you more about it.
Look at that. That's a big brain plug right there. By the way, that was pretty good. But I know I'm looking forward to it. I assume those scheduled releases will be soon. I know drivers that were involved here kind of already have seen those, but again, as Roger mentioned, folks out there, if you want to get in on the action, you can head on over to the TMP Facebook page, social media, and then also you can check out the TMP Racing website. We got both of those things linked in the live stream description down below. So again, implore you to go check those out. Go get in on the action because it's a lot of fun. Fixed setup too, which I know is something for especially some guys maybe that are either out of practice or maybe newer. That's definitely something that helps some of those guys get more up to speed with just racing and only having to focus on that bit of things. So yeah, Roger, I'm looking forward to seeing how things go. I know everyone out there is looking forward to seeing how things go. But before we let you go, I want to give you one more opportunity here tonight. Any shout outs or anyone you want to thank?
Well, I appreciate it, Joe. Yes, the schedule will be released this evening to the public, so everybody wants to check it out. And like I said, go to the socials that we've just talked about. So unofficially, Jeff is the champion with 64 points. Rich is second with 8 behind. Tom is also tied with Rich, so I guess we'll figure out how to see who gets second and third. And then Brian, our third or second place tonight, Brian? You were finished 4th in points, 12 behind Jeff. So, congrats on that one. But Tom, so many thanks for the amount of work that you put in on the backside of this, and it. Without that, this league's nothing. So thank you so much there. Joe, it's always a pleasure having you and JTN coming out. We have so much fun watching these broadcasts. Whenever we get done, we go back the next day and watch it, and we just, laugh at some stuff like that. That's so fun. It's like, look at us being a bunch of goobers. So it's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for coming out. To all the guys that came out for this, I appreciate it. It was pretty cool that we got to represent 5 different leagues, and kind of make it truly kind of a collaboration, a community event, and try to share each of the leagues what they had to offer, and so that was cool. Thanks to the wife for letting me do this. I'm sure she's probably getting sick of it by now, so I'm trying to manage that time the best I can. So, and thanks to everybody that watched tonight and has watched. I hope you had a good time. So, and we'll see you down the road for a couple of races in each of the next 3 divisions.
Well, looking forward to it, Roger. Again, congratulations on a series well done here. Looking forward to seeing what y'all have going on here at TMP. Going to be a lot of fun. And again, folks, we got that link. We have it also pinned at the top of the chat to the Facebook page. Go over there. Be ready. That schedule's getting posted later this evening. So, again, if you want to get in on the action, head on over to Facebook to find out more. Roger, thank you again for your time. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Joe.
looking forward to talking with you down the road. Folks, we can't thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN tonight for the season finale for the TMP iRock series. Remember, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe, do all those things to help support us here on JTN. We can't thank you enough for that support. Make sure you say hello on all those other videos. Also, go check out Track and Turf right here on YouTube as well as over on X. You can follow us at Johto Network, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're on all of them, just at Johto Network. Nice and easy for you. So go follow us on all those other socials. Next time we are live is tomorrow night with our friends over at the Bomb Squad Racing League from Kentucky. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for Mike, well, just for me, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
3 wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checkers out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, not 2 gallons, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
to the wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big miss. RJ Bishop. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Ricky
big
J,
wreck.
big crash into the wall.
Oh,
the leaders
no.
have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard in the wall. Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is junk.
Through the north chute they'll go. The 24's into the wall. Almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry to turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact. Turn around. Napick goes on through the flip. Rich Napick's going to win the Culver